Welcome back to Movie Talk with Mohammed. That's me. Today I'm talking about The Last Voyage of the Demeter. I watched it, let's talk about it, and rate it 1 through 10. This is your spoiler warning before I continue. This movie opens with an eerie passage which reads, in 1897, a Russian schooner was chartered to carry private cargo, consisting of 50 wooden crates from Romania to England. When the ship arrived, it was derelict. The name of the vessel was Demeter, and this is the story of its crew, based on the captain's log from the novel Dracula. Then the movie cuts to the discovery of the crashed Demeter with no survivors in Wembley, England. This opening scene had me thinking it has something to do with the end of this movie. I wanted to know what was missing from this partial truth. I will give you 2 reasons why. 1, the title of this movie suggests that it is about the journey of the ship, and we still have not seen that journey. And 2, the opening passage of this movie literally stated that this is the story of the Demeter's crew. How could this be the story of its crew if there are no survivors? My prediction at this very moment, there was no way there were no survivors, including Dracula. Otherwise, the ending of this movie would have been given away within the very first few minutes. It would not make sense for that to happen. Now meet Clemens. He is a scientist in astronomy and medicine. Clemens is a man who wants the world to make sense. Clemens did not have a ticket to join the Demeter's crew, but with an act of bravery, it granted him that wish. While loading the wooden crates on the Demeter, this man recognizes the symbol on the side of one of the crates. He became terrified and lost his grip over the rope. The wooden crate was about to crush this child, but Clemens saved him. The child was the captain's son, Toby. Clemens earned his ticket, and this was the start of a great respect and friendship among Clemens, Toby, and the captain. Once the Demeter set sail, I think the movie did a good job exploring each of the characters. But it was becoming apparent to me that Clemens and Toby were the center of it all. Both are likable characters, and I really enjoyed the development of their friendship. As the movie progressed, I really wanted to learn more about this version of Dracula. What about this Dracula made him so terrifying? Each night of the voyage, you get a little bit more of Dracula. One thing I really appreciated about this Dracula is he kept evolving. Each night he was becoming bigger, faster, stronger, scarier. Dracula is an apex predator. When he first left the wooden crate, he appeared to be in a weaker state. He creeped low to the ground. Here is a better look of Dracula in this form. It reminded me of Gollum from The Lord of the Rings. But this was the only time you see him like this, because he kept growing. I think the continuous growth and evolution of Dracula throughout this movie kept it engaging. It was good storytelling. It was an edge of your seat, I need more popcorn feel. I liked the story, I liked the characters, and I liked Dracula. What I did not like was the ending. I was not too happy with it. My prediction at the beginning of this movie was correct. There was no way this movie was ending with no survivors. And no Dracula. Clemens is searching for Dracula. He kept hearing a sharp double knock which Toby taught him on the ship. Clemens looks over his shoulder and sees Dracula. Then the movie cuts with Clemens saying that he will pursue this foul beast. He swears he will extinguish this blight and send it back to hell. Then the movie just ended with this major cliffhanger. I doubt this cliffhanger will ever be addressed. Here's why. Box Office Mojo is reporting $21.7 million worldwide box office. It is also reported this movie had a $45 million budget. That is a significant loss. I think this movie's ending is what really caused it to crash and sink like the Demeter. The movie's title and opening passage emphasize the fact that its story is about the journey of the ship and its crew. If this had stayed true, I think the movie should have ended with the Demeter's wreckage. This movie wanted to be about the voyage of the Demeter, but it turned out to be a story about Dracula. The ending of this movie left the story unresolved. Leaving the story unresolved does not sit well with me. This was a huge missed opportunity for Dracula fans. The end credit reads based on the log of the Demeter from Bram Stoker's Dracula. I think if this movie had a better title and ending, it would have performed much better than what it did. Now I will not know whether or not Clemens was successful in hunting Dracula. Despite its poor ending, I think The Last Voyage of the Demeter is still popcorn worthy. I rate The Last Voyage of the Demeter 5.8 out of 10. What are your thoughts on The Last Voyage of the Demeter? Subscribe for more movie talk with Mohammed. Thanks for watching. Bye.